Hello, America and YouTube. I got this on fast forward. I'm fixing to take out my door pocket that was broke. My wife rode with me one year, brought some additive to Sturgis. She grabbed that, thought it was a handle, and broke it. It was already halfway casseed when she did that. And yesterday I did the same thing. Went to get out on the scale and slipped, and I grabbed that pocket to keep from busting my coon ass. So today we're going to rebuild the door pocket. As you can see, I got it off, got all the screws out the way. I'm going to reuse all those screws and stuff. There's a description. In the description will be a parts list of everything I used to do this build. But I saved the light. You can see how dirty that door panel is. We're fixing to clean that up and get with it. I'm also explaining why you gotta have that door pocket, because if you haul hazmat, you gotta have that paperwork, within arm's reach while you're in your seatbelt. And it's in the DOT book. It says with arm reach, a seatbelt, or the door pocket is the two places that bill of lading for a hazmat load can be. Also, when you parked and stopped and not in attendance to your truck or in the sleeper, that paperwork's supposed to be on the seat, where an officer or a first responder can look through the window and see what you're hauling in case there's an incident, or spill. So that door pocket, besides being a catch-all, is real good to have. Now you see I cleaned that with some Windex, and then I put some soapy water on there, and then I shined it up with that Lucas interior cleaner. I'm not being paid by Mr. Lucas, but that's some good shit. I recommend it highly. And you see I put it all over the whole door, and you wipe it down real good, and it'll finish cleaning up with that soapy water and that Windex lifted. And you got to get that clean before you start building your door panel, your door pocket. And here we are in the back of the shop. That's going to be the door panel. I bought that at Lowe's. I'm not even going to cut it. I'm going to use it to fit. And actually, that wood that I bought, that I made my trim with, is not a 1x2. It's a 1x2.5. I've never seen lumber come that size, and it's popular pine. So what we did, we put the bottom piece on to where there's no seam in it. When you open it, you don't see no seam. And you'll notice later I didn't countersink them screws at first. And the last clip of this video is where I countersunk them, and then I put some wood putty on that, and then restained it. And I made my my door pocket fit the existing screw holes on the truck door, to where I drilled a few holes to put my brackets in, but I didn't I used mostly what Peterbilt give me. And that part I called Peterbilt to get just buy a new door pocket. It's discontinued for the 379 door. I could have probably found one used at Fourth State or somebody like that, but hell, I like to build them. I done it in my 379 I had before this one, and my 359 I had before that one. So this ain't my first rodeo on this door pocket building. So we're just laying it out. I believe it was 12 inches by 2 foot. I'm gonna cut that real straight and square. And I guess I run into the tool room of the shop to get the some drill bits and screws and a few other odds and ends. Get it ready to get her done. And as you can see how I put them brackets on the bottom using the existing screw holes for the original door pocket. I bought all them everything I bought was at Lowe's today, $79. I wish I could speed this video up faster. But that's just life. Then we're gonna come in here, and I don't know why I didn't use my DeWalt to take that out, but who knows? I wasn't thinking. Oh, I was robbing a screw. That's what I was doing. And the factory screw didn't fit in that hole, so that's one of them I drilled. Now you notice on them brackets, I used the factory hole for one, and I drilled the other one. That way the that pocket's extra double strong. You'll bend that aluminum before you pull it off the door, especially the way I built it. The you know, with no seam, there's no weak spot right there. And then I don't know why we're not looking at anything happening. Oh, I went to get the frame. I got to put that screw in, and then I squared the frame up with a extra piece of wood that I had that I didn't use for the frame, and I made it to where all them brackets are hidden. You don't see none of that. And there's the frame for our panel. You know, what we're doing there is sizing it up, getting it where it's supposed to be. And I didn't like the way that bracket was showing like that, so I did some redesigning on the fly. And I got that piece of wood going across it because I squared it, and that way once I got it where I wanted it, to match my door and everything be square and even and level, I could take that piece off before I put the aluminum on. And that's just some little brass. I screwed that wood with some brass screws. I was gonna polish them out, but I decided to hell with it. I ended up countersinking them and putting them more better. See, we're still in the kind of the design phase here. But that door pocket becomes a catch-all for everything, so you can't have it too big. And see that one there, I didn't use that factory hole to the top right because of the I wanted to hide that back bracket, so when you open the door, you can't see that. See how that comes out? We call that comme ça. So, and this video is about 15 minutes long, and actual working time probably took me 15 minutes. I mean, it's on high speed, but you know where I'm coming from. And there I was taking the frame and the okay, all our brackets are in. Now I'm staining it with some crap, I can't even think of the name of it now. Rosewood. I've stained it with rosewood, just like a Peterbilt interior. And then I put that blue tape on the back side, just in case some of that stain would get on my vinyl in my truck, because it's not completely 100% dry, but I stained it and urethaned it, and you know, I got it all comme ça, so it's ready to go. And then that's it. That's when we set it in place. And see how I put them screws on the back side to hold that wood in place? That way it's all hidden. And that's me laying out the aluminum cover. And I did that on 3.5-inch centers, give or take, you know, where the diamond tread fell out, because and I used stainless steel screws just for looks. And where that screw hole is in the front next to the grab handle, eventually I'm gonna put a ring with a screw hole on there, and that's gonna be where I'm gonna put my flashlight. I think that way I just can't stand to have stuff missing something like that. And I might paint that aluminum one day. I haven't decided. You know, it's just something I'm thinking about.
Alright.
And so that's me just screwing the aluminum down. You know, just to make it look pretty.
Some pilot holes.
Make it all match.
I'm gonna change this son of a bitch.
And then the here we are still screwing it down. There's a lot of screws in that little like I said, if you go to slip and you grab it now, you might pull the door off before that thing comes loose. And it'll work better because it's got way more room to hold way more junk. And you know, it's a catch-all, so carry some red rags and everything, and then we good to go. Well, I got 2 more little sections of this video, and I think I have voice on them, so I'm gonna let myself talk on that. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe.
Okay, YouTube, finished product. Rosewood, matches the truck. Got the light back in. I gotta wipe all this down, of course, and pick up all that. But there will be a description in the see, that's a good door pocket. Come back and put a bracket in there. Carry your flashlight, your paperwork that you need. I wish I had countersunk them screws now that I think about it. It ain't too late to do it. I think I'm gonna countersink these screws and then come back and put a little bit more stain on there because I got to touch that up. But it's done. Belinda proof. Okay, GoPro. I went ahead and countersunk those screws. Alright, finished product. I don't like the way that is right there, but it is what it is, like they say. Okay, as I countersunk them screws, I might have to come back through here and do a little dressing off. But I wanted to get the finished comme ça, or the comme ça, or the comme ça. As you can see, that matches the dashboard. Nice and neat. Everything's hidden. It's gonna work.